wish there was like a way that I could like brighten my screen. I don't think there is. Ooh. Okay.
We'll just leave it like that.
That's okay. It's just gonna have to have a little shadow.
So now we wait for people to come in and get notified that I'm live for the stream. Hey, Ari. Justice. I love that name. Hi. I'm good. I'm kind of tired. Like usually when the weather is like cloudy, I just get tired. Like I'm just tired. And it's not because like I'm literally tired, because I feel, okay, this doesn't make sense, but I feel energized, but like my body feels tired because the weather is like dreary, if that makes sense. So usually when I'm like, when it's sunny, I feel very up. But I feel like excited to do this live stream. But anyway, hope that made sense. Hey, 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 guys. I don't think I have any moderators on here yet, but I think before I start, so I don't have to keep stopping, I'm gonna add some moderators on here just to keep everything cool and calm and collected. So if there's anybody that wants to help me moderate, please let me know so we can get started with the card pulls and talking a little bit about this Cancer new moon. It's going to be a really good new moon. I feel like I'm going to be manifesting. I'm going to be manifesting with this new moon. I haven't manifested under a new moon in a very long time. I just haven't really felt called to. But this one, yeah, I think I want to manifest. So but yeah, can I get like two volunteers for a moderator before I start the reading? Cool. Thanks, Naya. I love the name Naya because Naya Rivera. She was my favorite actress. All right. So we got one moderator. If anybody else wants to moderate at some point, just let me know. Burberry drip. Thank you. Yeah, I got my Burberry hat on today. So, well, before I even get started on the cards, let me talk about this Cancer new moon. So Cancer is in its domicile, which means it's in its home sign, like during the new moon, which is great. The moon loves to be in Cancer. The moon is the only planet that rules over Cancer, which is cool because most of the signs have like two planetary rulers. But that just means that everything can get flowing and be comfortable for us while the moon is in Cancer, especially if you're like a Cancer moon. But the one thing that we have to be careful of, and I've been saying this frequently in like several of the readings, is that the moon is going to be making, I think, an exact square to Jupiter. And squares bring tension, they bring conflict, they bring uncomfortable feelings, stress, sometimes can be miscommunication, misunderstanding. And when you have the moon in Cancer squaring Jupiter and Aries, Jupiter is about expansion and Aries is about action. Cancer and Aries don't really blend well together. and I've said this a few times, where Aries cares about getting things done. It cares about moving forward. It cares about let's just start, let's just go. And Cancer cares about our feelings. It cares about, well, what about my privacy? What about like my sensitivity and all that? And so that's where they clash, because Aries is like, I don't really care about feelings. I don't really care about how I feel. I just want to do this. And then Cancer is like, well, I cannot get this started until I know how I feel. I can't do this without having my feelings involved, whatever. So that's where the explosion happens, and then the two have a misunderstanding. And this can be a problem because if the moon in Cancer, which is about new moons is manifestations, it's new beginnings. And then Jupiter is like, okay, well, I want to take your manifestations far. I want to expand your manifestations. If our emotions are not in check, then we're going to be manifesting things and expanding things that we don't want, right? Because there are times where you can just be so angry and upset, and you're just saying all this and that and the third, and it can, like, Jupiter will take that energy and it'll expand it, and it'll be like, well, this is what you said you wanted, or this is what you said you didn't want, and I'm just going to take it and run with it. Aries is like, okay, that's what you want to go with, we're going with that. So that's why it's important, like, if you are going to manifest today or tomorrow, this week, whatever, you want to make sure it's coming from a place of where your emotions are motivating you in a way that is positive, that is empowering, that is something that you can see yourself having long term, is something that you want an abundance of, because your emotions are involved in a positive way. It's not involved in a negative way where you're just saying all these things because you're in a very low emotional place, and or you're just really angry, or you're up here. So those are just some things to consider, and that is where that square will clash, because it's like, I want to get things done with the Jupiter and Aries energy. I want to expand, but like my feelings are skewing exactly what I want to happen, how I want it to manifest. So once you get the feelings and all that stuff out the way, under control, or you put that to the side and be like, okay, we're going to have to start compartmentalizing our feelings here. We're going to be like, okay, this is what I have to get done. This is my have to do list. This is my feelings list. And how can I make sure that these two don't start fighting each other? How can I separate the two? So that's what this new moon in Cancer is really trying to show us, is the dynamic between separating our feelings from the things that we have to get done, as well as not letting our feelings dictate the direction that we're going to go in a very erratic or irresponsible or impulsive way, because Aries can be very impulsive, and when it clashes with Cancer and our feelings can come out very impulsively in a way that is not as calculated and planned and just as calm as we want. So that's like the general consensus of like what to expect or anticipate for this. And I haven't been looking at your comments because it's hard for me to read and talk at the same time. So there is no best way to manifest. Like, everybody has to find their own way. Like, for me, I manifest usually when I'm not in a bad emotional place, or I feel the most relaxed, I feel the most calm. You can manifest by journaling. Some people meditate, some people pray, some people speak it out loud, some people make vision boards. I make a vision board. I need to finish that this week, actually. And you just find whatever way works for you. So let's talk about this new moon. I think I'll start with general messages, and then I may go into like the different signs. Either I'll do like by fire sign, earth sign, or I'll do like the fixed signs, cardinal signs, things like that. Okay, so what we cannot do in this chat, we cannot be spamming in this chat. Thank you, moderator. I appreciate you. If anybody else wants to help Naya moderate, please let me know so we can get a few moderators in here to make sure the chat is nice and clean and safe. And thank you. Let me see. And don't forget to leave a like, you guys. It helps the video circulate. It helps more people find the channel that may not be subscribed. I appreciate you. All right. So for today, we're going to do, this is kind of like, I forgot to do the daily tea with B. Well, I didn't really forget. This was supposed to be yesterday's video with daily tea with B, but I got caught up in some other stuff I had to do. So it's today for the daily tea for your weekly message. So it's your daily tea. It's your daily tea. It's your daily tea with B. Oh yeah, I added Shatara. All right, so if you do want to manifest under this new moon in Cancer, let's see for everybody in this chat, everybody watching, everybody that's collectively watching the video, what is it that you first need to make sure you surrender? Because keep in mind, first we need to make sure we have space for what we want. We need to make sure that we are open. So what is it that we exactly need to let go of first to make sure that our manifestations come true? To make sure they come to us, that they are aligned with us. What is it that we need to surrender as a collective so that our manifestations can happen? What is it? Maybe get like 3 cards. Surrender stress. Let's get 2 more cards. Surrender the habit of people pleasing. Surrender to inner peace. So stress and inner peace, they go hand in hand. And this kind of like is where that square, that tension is happening between Jupiter and the moon. So first, to make sure our manifestations happen for us as a collective, you have surrender stress. Take a few deep breaths and exhale the tension you've built up in your body. Let the stress go as you come back to your center. So why is letting go of stress important? Because stress management, and it's like you can't even take on more until you let go of stress. Like how you have to identify what is it that is stressing you out and make sure that that is eliminated in your life. If you're asking for more abundance, you're asking for more people, more money, more relationships, whatever, how are you even going to manage having more of that in your life if you're not managing what is existing and getting rid of that stress and those people that are stressing you out? And Aries placements have a lot of issues with carrying the stress in their bodies, and like that is the energy that you are giving off. So finding ways to like manage your stress on a day-to-day basis, and that goes with surrendering to inner peace. As a collective, we need to make sure that we are feeling peaceful, that we are attracting peace, because the more we respond, generators, the more we respond to things that make us stressed, the more we will get stressed. And the more we respond to things that bring us peace, we will get peace. So cultivate inner peace on a daily basis. In quiet, meditative moments, focus on the stillness within and enjoy this inner refuge. Others will feel your good vibes too, and your life will flow more easily. So if we want things to flow, it starts with how we manage our own emotions, how we manage our own inner being, our own well-being. Because whatever it is we are giving out, we are putting out, we're putting out that stress. We are responding to stressful situations. We are responding to people that are taking our peace. Then the universe says, okay, well, this is what you've been engaging with and you're continuing to engage with. You want to engage with it. So I'm going to send you more of it. It's just cause and effect. It's just how law of attraction works. And this is not to say that all situations like that you have stress about, or like if you can't get rid of your stress, that you'll get more of that. It's just saying that the more you actively do engage with people, places, and things that stress you out when you don't have to, or you can limit how much you get stressed out by those things, it's telling you that that's why you're attracting more of it. If you know that you can protect your peace more, you know that you should be making more of a schedule or making it more of a priority to detox, to get out of your stress, find ways to get more inner peace, be around more people that are peaceful, or, you know, just saying no to stressful things and being in your alone time, then do it. Stop making excuses and saying, oh, well, I can't. You can do little things. Little things add up, and then they become a big thing. So the more you do little things to get your stress down and find inner peace, even if it's 5 minutes a day, then do it. Yeah, so I completely forgot about that. Like, you can manifest based on specific or non-specific manifester. That is a great way to know, like, how to manifest as far as like how specific or general you should be. And I made a video on that in my human design playlist on my channel a while ago. I would say, like, when it comes down to your job stressing you out, I think it's important to, one, ask yourself, is that an environment that you have to stay in or you want to stay in? Are you able to look for other opportunities outside of that environment? Or is there a way that you can, like, manage your stress after you get home, possibly? Because it's not easy if there's like a reoccurring thing. But, you know, that's a way to start. And then the last card we have here for like how our manifestations, we can make sure they come to us, is surrender the habit of people pleasing. So speak your needs and be true to yourself. Focus on your own happiness instead of always trying to make everyone else happy. So this is what I was saying earlier about the feelings thing, how Cancer placements care about how am I going to make somebody feel? Am I going to make them feel uncomfortable? Will this make them upset? Will this make somebody sad? All these different things, or just worrying about how you feel. But getting out of this people-pleasing thing, if you know that you want to do something with your life, you know that you want to start a business, you know you want to have something of your own, and you have your family, you have people, your friends, whatever, maybe they discourage you. And then you're like, okay, well, maybe I shouldn't do that. But you were so excited about it before. You were really sure about it before. That's your sign to still do it, okay? After you tell people, especially if you're like a manifester or a manifesting generator in human design, after you inform people, you tell people like, I'm really excited to do this. I want to do this with my life. I want to go in this direction. And if they tell you like, oh, I don't think you should do that. Are you sure? Da, 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 da. Then you might be like, well, actually, you know what? You're right. It might kind of kill your joy. Even if you're a generator, it might kill your excitement. But don't let anybody kill your excitement, okay? If you knew that you were excited about doing something before you told somebody, but after they shot you down, you're like, oh, I'm not going to do it. That's people pleasing. That does not help you. If you stop living your life because somebody else is like, oh, I don't think that's right for you, how does somebody else know what is right for you? Only you would know what's right for you. And then you people please, and then this is where you start to develop resentment. You develop resentment for all the times that you actually didn't live your life or you didn't do something because somebody told you otherwise and you just agreed. You're like, you're right. And so you might get resentful of that person, or you'll just get mad at yourself and you have to forgive yourself. And it's just a whole process after that. But this is where the real tension happens with that square, that Moon Jupiter square, is like, you have to really be careful of the choice you make here with the people pleasing. So the Jupiter, the expansive energy, is asking you to make a choice with your internal compass, with how you feel about your dreams, how you feel about moving forward with something. So Jupiter is asking you, Jupiter's like, okay, I'm ready to take whatever idea you have, whatever dream you have, whatever it is that your heart desires, and I'm ready to shoot it off into the sky. It's going to expand. It's going to be amazing. All you got to do is just start. That's where the moon has to respond. And the moon in Cancer, your manifestations, you have to make that choice and be like, look, feelings, my heart is telling me I want to go towards this. And Jupiter is ready to expand me, ready to take us there, ready to make our dreams come true. Jupiter is the energy of expansion, wishes granted, gratitude. But the moon, the emotions fluctuate. So 1 minute you're like, okay, I'm on board. And then the next minute you're like, well, what if people don't like me? What if I get rejected? What if my feelings get hurt? And then you're back and forth, and Jupiter's waiting on you. Like, okay, so what are we doing? Let's say you go with the first option. You're like, okay, I'm gonna just trust, and I'm gonna do what I want to do, regardless of what anybody else thinks. Jupiter's right there waiting for you. Like, let's go. Aries is taking you there. Let's say you take this route, the surrender the habit of people pleasing. You take the people pleasing route. You say, okay, Jupiter, this is what I'm doing. I'm not going to go through with it. This is what we're just going to stay where we are. Jupiter and Aries like, okay, well, I'm going to give you a lot more of let's just stay where we are. And then you're stuck. And then you get mad, and then you're resentful, and then you're even more stressed and more burdened because you didn't take a risk. You didn't take the chance. You let your feelings of fear or whatever feelings dictate what you were or were not going to do, but more so were not going to do. So that's just a whole metaphor of what's going on in the planets and like what is about to happen if we choose to choose our own self. We choose to choose our own heart's desires rather than saying, I'm going to do what other people want to do, or I'm going to do what I think other people want me to do, instead of just listening to my own mind and my own heart's desires. Because Jupiter is ready to take it there, ready to expand it. Are you ready for your wishes to come true, yes or no? If yes, then that's where the story ends. There doesn't need to be any more, but, well, I feel like, but they feel like. No. That's where the story ends, and that's where we go on with it. And that's how we move forward. It's no more buts and ifs and buts and ifs. So that was my story. Let me see what y'all said. Yeah. So when things, kill your excitement or kill your enthusiasm, don't let it stick with you. Give yourself time to feel and process, because the energy will come back, especially if it's something that you really want to do. So let's see. You have the urge to go back to the gym, and you feel like the only thing stopping you is you. Yeah. A lot of the times, mostly, it's usually us that stops ourselves. It's not usually anybody else, really. Like, it's really not. But yeah. So that was a word. I was preaching to somebody. I was talking to somebody in that, what I just said. I hope y'all like that little Jupiter moon analogy. I thought that was cute. It's an easy way to kind of learn the planets. Let's see. Okay. So next messages. I want to do, I think I want to do some things that each of the signs can focus on. I'm glad I was preaching to you. It is best to detach from the outcome of how it'll happen and just be in the moment, be in the present moment, be with it, be with your manifestations every step of the way. Don't try to plan out to the T exactly how it's going to all unfold, because life is not predictable. So that kind of sets us up for failure when we are too attached to exactly how we expect everything to come to be. Once you put it out there, that's all you have to do. You don't have to worry so much about like every single thing you need to do from then on. If you do carry crystals, you can carry moonstone. That's a good one for right now.
So I'm reading this one. Let me see. So you want to manifest your own business. What is your human design? Stuff like that. I look at human design to know like how to start with the energy and how to navigate. Yeah, I already went through what to release, those 3 cards. So when you have to rewatch the video, you'll see it in the playback. Okay, but I think I want to do, last time I did a 12 card spread, but now I'm going to do the 3 different, what is that thing called? Like, you know, when you have the fixed signs, the cardinal signs, and the mutable signs. What are the groups called? Is it modalities, or is that just... Yes, it's modalities. Okay, so those are modalities. The elements are the earth, fire, water, air. Okay, got you. I just answered my own question. So you're a generator. Okay, so you got the idea that you want to start your own business. Have you actually had something to respond to yet? Because generator steps show up like one at a time. So sometimes you're like, all right, I want to start my own business. But then you're like, okay, you have to wait for that next step to show up to respond to. And depending on what it is, who you are around, getting around some people that have similar businesses or asking people that have their own business. You can ask as a generator to get responses from other people about what you should do. But we're going to start with, since we are in the Cancer new moon, we're going to start with the cardinal signs. So if you have a cardinal sign as your sun, moon, rising, or Venus, we're going to do that first. So we got Cancer, Capricorn, Aries, and Libra for the first set of like what you should focus on manifesting. If you don't already have anything in mind, some other things that you should focus on, or maybe some things that are manifesting for you. For cardinal signs, Cancer, Libra, Aries, Capricorn. So what's for Cancer, Libra, Aries, Capricorn? Okay. Cancer, Libra, Aries, Capricorn, Cancer, Libra, Aries, Capricorn, Cancer. I was saying that so I didn't forget what signs I was doing, because sometimes it just slips my mind right out. So some things for cardinal signs that you should focus on manifesting, or that are going to be manifesting for you. We have travel. So many of you could be going on a trip, whether this is something that you have planned or somebody invites you to go on a specific trip, or you should consider traveling. Maybe if you're thinking about moving somewhere, visiting the place first, or getting out of your environment. I think when you get out of your environment, that can be where your manifestations happen. So if you've been feeling called to go somewhere, even if it's not somewhere far, it could be an hour drive, a road trip, whatever, you are being encouraged or divinely guided to travel if you have Cardinal as your sun, moon, rising, or Venus. Now, we have death or rebirth. Let me clarify that. Death and rebirth. Ask for help. Oh, I see some of you are already going on a trip. Okay, so something significant can definitely happen on that trip. You have death or rebirth, and then you have ask for help. Some of you
Capricorn, Cancers, Aries, or Libras are going through this period where, you know, not to sound dramatic, but you could feel like you're dying, or like a part of you is dying, or some of you could have like had a recent death in your family or around you that is really challenging for you. But if you are in this process of like, you feel very lost, you feel like something is missing in your life, that you've let go of something, you're going through like a grieving process, whether that's internally or externally, ask for help. Like, if you can ask somebody for guidance, you have therapy, you can ask your friends, ask for support. You can join different groups, especially on Facebook. If you're like, I don't know where to start with this grieving process, like on Facebook, they have like a group for everything. Like, I just created a group for human design, but they have a group for literally anything you can think of. A lot of like mental illnesses, things that you may need support with. So if you know you need help with something, you don't know how to begin, you can join different groups or ask for help in your environment or from people that you know. Try to use your resources. And then other things for the cardinal signs right now, you have no. So this might be you learning to say no more often, or your manifestations happen the more you say no. If we go back to surrender the habit of people pleasing, that is about saying no. No is a complete sentence. No is something that you can say as much as you want. You don't even have to explain your no for it to be a complete sentence. Okay, so your manifestations, or things you should manifest doing, is learning to say no and speaking those needs, being true to yourself, and not backing down on that. What's my group? My group, I just made it. It's, if you go to my, if you go, I don't have the link in my description box right now on YouTube, but if you go to my Instagram or my Twitter, you go to my link tree, you'll see the Facebook group in there. It is mainly for Black, Indigenous people of color, but if you are an ally, you may also join the group, but it's majority of BIPOC. Okay, but yeah, so last thing for cardinal signs is change. So manifesting or leaning into change, active change. And I have pulled this card specifically for, I want to say it was for Capricorn. I think it was for Capricorn in my weekend predictions video that I just did this past weekend. But in order for your manifestations to happen, or maybe you need some type of change in order to make your manifestations happen. And people do want manifestations to come to fruition, but they don't want to do the change. They don't want to do the inner work, or they don't want to be uncomfortable. But a lot of the times, in order for our manifestations to happen, letting go of the outcome means that you are open to change, that you are open to a change in your environment, to people in your life coming in and out. Because let's say that you're manifesting love, right? You're manifesting new love. But in order to get to the new love, that requires you to have to move some other states away. So what happens is, like, let's say you're manifesting the love of your life, right? This is hypothetical, but this is something that could happen. You're manifesting the love of your life. Okay, Spirit is like, well, this is going to require a change, a physical change. You don't know this, but you lose your job. And you are very distraught about losing your job and XYZ. And you don't know why you got fired. But then you get a new job, and this is like somewhere wherever the love of your life lives. You don't know this, but you have to be willing to go with that change, because you're like, okay, I'm going to trust this process. And you're not even thinking that it has anything to do with love, because it's about work. You lost your job, but the love of your life lives over here, and you don't know when you get to this next job that's where you're going to meet this person. So I say all that to say is that when you manifest, you let go of the outcome completely, because things are going to start to move. And manifesting, being accepting of change, be accepting of what comes in, what leaves. After you manifest, things start to change, things start to shift so that it can happen. And you fight against it, and you're like, why is things not manifesting? Well, maybe it was trying to, but you were trying to fight with it. You were trying to control everybody and everything instead of just letting it happen. So cardinal signs,
be okay with the changes that happen after the manifestations go through, because you fighting with the change can mean that you are actually blocking your manifestations from happening. So that was cardinal signs. That was a message at the end, y'all. Oof. I could put that in a book. That was a good one. But it happens. We think that we are so in control of our lives. We are not. We are really not. We are simply just pawns being maneuvered wherever we're supposed to be. We are just pawns. So let's get into the fixed signs now. Let's get into the fixed signs. Scorpio, Taurus, Leo, Aquarius. What do the fixed signs need to manifest under this new moon? Or what is manifesting? Yeah, Elsa did tell us to let it go. What is manifesting for fixed signs? Scorpio, Leo, Taurus, Aquarius under this new... Dang. What is manifesting for fixed signs under this new moon? You guys got the no card too, but I think it was... You have manifests came out. Okay. And this is for sun, moon, rising, or Venus. Yes. Let's get one more for Scorpio, Leo, Taurus, Aquarius. Intuition. Okay. So. Oh, snap. This look good. This look good. You know, I'm excited because I'm Scorpio. Scorpio, moon, and rising. But anywho, Scorpio, Leo, Aquarii, Tauro. This is what we got. We got, bam. We got new job or increase. We got, bam, fame. Some of us were destined for fame and fortune. Some of us were destined for fame and fortune. And that's what's manifesting for many of us under this new moon. New job or increase. So there's going to be an upgrade of money, of abundance, of pleasure, success. Okay? And that's what you should really focus on manifesting. Leo and Aquarius. Really, like, I mean, all the fixed signs, I feel like when you have heavy fixed energy in your chart, especially Leo placements, that can indicate somebody who is meant to shine, who is meant to be a star in their life. So looking at, especially wherever you have, well, if we're talking about the Cancer new moon, looking in your houses and seeing wherever you have Cancer placements, wherever you have Cancer placements, like whatever house you have Cancer in, whatever house Cancer rules, that can be where you're going to experience an increase, or you're going to be famous in that area, as well as wherever you have Leo in your houses. For example, me, I have Leo in my 10th house. So 10th house is career. It's your public life. And I have a very public career. And like I am, you know, I guess well known. Some might say famous. I just don't consider myself like famous necessarily, but like well known for wherever you have the Leo energy. But all that to say is fixed signs. You will, if you manifest getting recognition, you manifest becoming famous, if that's what you really want, you manifest like being noticed finally, or people finally seeing you for who you are, or like seeing you for what you can do, your gifts, your talents, your abilities. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. You are being guided into it. So this is a great time to manifest things surrounding new job increase. Some of you actively don't even use that to your advantage, because Scorpio is especially. So Scorpio, I'm going to break down real quick all the fixed signs and their superpowers with attraction. So Scorpio is great for bringing in other people's resources. So look at Diddy. Diddy has all these different things that he's created that they kind of just run themselves. He's attracted these opportunities, and he is just like, you know, the face of it. But all of these operations just, it's like a lot of passive income. That's what Scorpio energy does. We bring in the resources, we use other people's resources so we don't have to do all the work, right? Leo and Aquarius are good for shining and standing out in whatever group they're in. Aquarius stands out amongst the group, being in a group, in a collective setting, being able to lead the group. And Leo can stand on its own outside of the group, right? So if you actively have these placements, it's really good to manifest and set intentions surrounding the natural energy that you possess, which is standing out, which is being seen for being different, being seen for having your talent showcased. And that's what can really happen for you with, if you have the fixed energy. And then Taurus is great at attracting the money-making opportunities, and then building, creating things. So that can, like, you know, saving your money, just accumulating wealth. And Diddy's Leo moon, you see? I didn't even know that. But yeah. So fixed signs, it's a really great time for you to manifest things surrounding recognition projectors. Tap into, you can manifest fame, you can manifest recognition, you can manifest the right people seeing you, the right opportunities coming to you, you can manifest your business growing, you can manifest having 1 trillion subscribers on your YouTube, you can manifest things blowing up for you. You can manifest the confidence to put yourself out there. You can manifest the confidence to be your best self, to be comfortable in the spotlight, to be comfortable in fame. So it's not just manifesting the fame itself, but actually manifesting the worthiness of knowing that you deserve to be famous, or you deserve to be recognized, you deserve to be well known in your field, right? That's what Taurus represents, is self-worth. It's not just about what you have. It's about knowing I am worthy of having it. That is why I have what I have. Not just I have all these things and I feel worthless. So you have to use it to your advantage and listen to your intuition. Your intuition is guiding you, telling you this is where you need to go. This is where you need to put yourself. This is where, don't be afraid to stand out right here. This is where you're supposed to be. Because a lot of people get to that place and then they start to stand out and then they're like, I'm uncomfortable, Aquarius. And then you go run away and hide in the background. But no, your intuition is guiding you. This is what you wanted, right? You say you wanted some increase. You say you want more people to know your name, know who you are. Okay. Well, you got to be comfortable putting yourself out there. You got to be comfortable being seen and felt and heard, right? So, fixed signs. There it is. I'm not preaching today, y'all. I don't know what's in the energy, but I feel like I'm just getting so many downloads in my head and so many different ways of saying things that I've never said before in my life. But it's true. Fixed signs about to, hey, you got fixed placements, you're going to be getting a lot of attention. So manifest that confidence to handle the attention that you are going to receive. You know, you have to have confidence. You have to have courage to put yourself in those situations to be seen. That's the only way you'll get comfortable with it. No, we're on the mutable signs now. So hopefully mutable signs get just as an amazing message as the fixed signs. If you are enjoying this messages, if you're enjoying the reading, please leave me a like, share with a friend, all that good stuff. Yeah, definitely. I feel like I always felt like I wanted to be famous too, or very well known. Like ever since I was younger, I always wanted like my own TV show or whatever. But it takes courage to put yourself out there. You have to be vulnerable. Leo sun in the first house, Leo Mercury in the second house. Yeah, you definitely can accumulate and draw attention with that Leo Mercury in the second. So thank you guys. Thank you moderators for moderating. All right. let's get into the mutable signs. Last but certainly not least, mutable signs. What messages do we have for mutable signs? What is manifesting for mutable signs? Virgo, Sagittarius, Pisces, Gemini. What is manifesting, or what should mutable signs be focusing on manifesting? Fire sign. Oh. I don't know about this one. Mutable placement. So we got for mutable signs. What should they be manifesting or focusing on manifesting? Why is the hidden enemy card here for mutable signs? Or what is manifesting? What is the hidden enemy card here? What is this? Okay, I've pulled too many cards now. I got confused. So we're just gonna I'll put these to the side. Maybe it'll make sense sooner rather than later. Okay, so I want to talk about this hidden enemy card here. So we have hidden enemy right here for what is manifesting. You have, or what is going to manifest, letters in name, E, P, F, or D. And then you have dark hair. So why I feel like this is significant. Oh, you just found my channel? Hey. But why I feel like this is significant is because, like, it's important to know who your hidden enemies are. Let me tell you. Because I had to learn the hard way. And sometimes it's better for hidden enemies to be open enemies, mutable signs. So if you should, I'm telling you, I had prayed this prayer one time from TikTok that I saw. And it was something like, show me who is taking my energy from me without my consent. I reclaim my energy from anybody taking it without my consent. I said something like that. And I promise you, I lost about 4 people in the next 3 months. And some people that I didn't even know didn't like me. And so I feel like the universe is telling you to manifest that your hidden enemies are shown and revealed so that you can delete them, erase them, block them from your life. You'll know who is blocking your manifestations, because sometimes it's not us that are blocking our manifestations. It's people that we are around. Or, if people are into spirituality, hoodoo, stuff like that, they could be cursing us. They could be putting hexes on us. Like, you may not know, like, you ever know, like, when people, sometimes you see people that you cut out your life or left your life, after that, your life started to elevate. Yeah, sometimes that can happen. So manifesting that your hidden enemies are revealed, you may be shocked. You may be shocked, or you're going to see them revealed to you regardless. You may be shocked about, like, who you thought had your best interests at heart and they did not. So, and hidden enemy, it don't have to always be that somebody is just bad for you. It could be that they just got a lot of bad stuff going on in their lives and you're just around them too much and it's just rubbing off on you. And that can be a hidden enemy type of thing. So look out for somebody that has dark hair, right? It could be the person, and then letters in name, E, P, F, or D. These could be people that may reveal themselves to you as a hidden enemy. Could also be a fire sign, Aries, Sag, or Leo. If you're a mutable sign dealing with a fire sign. Or you have somebody with fire placements, maybe they got some negative energy around you. Or they're just somebody that's in your way. They're just blocking your blessings, okay? And to me, that can be somebody that's a hidden enemy. Even if they're not purposely trying to hurt you, their energy, just having them around, hurts you somehow. Stresses you, hurts you. And confession, this person may confess to you, like, you may hear a confession from them, or they're going to say something that shows you, or like something comes up where you hear and you're like, okay, I know this person isn't my friend. They don't have my best interests at heart. Or they tell you directly that maybe they were envious of you. Maybe they didn't like you. Maybe they've hurt you behind your back. I'm getting that somebody, like a friend, could have a confession. Like you could find out with something with a friend and a partner. Hopefully that's not the case. But like a friend doing something behind your back, or a friend and an ex, they confess to you. Virgo, Sagittarius, Pisces, Gemini. Look out for that. Okay. So next two things you have here is healing. Healing. So this is more so manifestation of something internally that you need healing on. So if you feel like you've been struggling to heal, you've been struggling to forgive, you've been struggling to move forward, blue snakes, look out for them snakes. There's snakes in the grass. But you can definitely manifest healing. A lot of you like may not know, but like you can manifest healing for yourself, physical healing. If you, ooh, it's a good one. It's a good one. Like if you are like, for example, with me, I'm a Virgo, right? And I struggle a lot with like different health issues, and I struggle with like IBS and things like that. Of course, Virgo with tummy issues, duh. But yeah, so it was just this point where it was just like really bad for me. It was really stressful and hard. And I was just kind of manifesting like I need some type of healing. I need guidance. I need to know like how do I heal myself? Like if it doesn't just go away on its own, like I need to know what resources I need to go to, like what medicines I should take, what doctors, whatever. And so then I started to see this commercial for daily probiotics, and I was like, it just kept showing up like often. Like I've just kept seeing it, and I was like, maybe I should try that because, at this point, I just need something. And so I definitely been using it, and it's been good for me. I've been feeling good. I haven't had any issues really since then. And this was like literally a few weeks ago. So I say all that to say, if you are struggling, it doesn't matter if it's physical, emotional, mental, you can manifest healing for yourself, or you can manifest what you need to heal. What are the resources? What are the people? What are the things that you should try so you can heal yourself? And that's coming to you, or you are going to just start to heal. You're going to start to feel better from this Cancer new moon. Because health is very important. Without our health, we don't have anything, y'all. We do not have anything if we don't have our health. Mental, physical, spiritual. We need all of our health to be the best people in the world that we are. And then the last one for mutable signs, we have think before you act. Aw, thank you. That's so nice to say. That is so nice. I want to just clarify this last card. Do I deal with dry skin? No, not like my whole body. Like sometimes I used to have psoriasis a lot because I have lupus. So sometimes like my face will get dry, but no, not really, not anymore. What does mutable signs need to think before they act about? Okay, this is perfect. I would definitely say white candles are always great for new moons, new things, new intentions, blessings. And then blue is really good too. Blue is for your throat chakra. You can use white, blue, green is for money, manifesting. And then pink or red if you're really wanting to focus on love and healing. But yeah, any of those. White for anything, any intention. Blue for your throat, communication. Purple can be for your intuition. Green for abundance and for your heart chakra. Orange can also be for luck, or sacral. Yellow, solar plexus, and energy, motivation, self-confidence. Pink, red for love, relationships. So I think that was all of them. But you can kind of choose which one you want from there. Black is for releasing. But okay. The last two for mutable signs. Yeah, I did all the other ones already. You have to watch the playback when I'm finished. Think before you act and you have rest. This is really ties together because think before you act means like, especially, well, it can be for any of the human design types, but like especially projector. Let's say you're projector, Virgo, Sagittarius, Gemini, or Pisces. You need to think before you act because like, how do you feel? Like, do you have your rest? Right? Do you have enough energy to do what it is that you're being asked to do, or before you actually commit 100% to starting things? Or like, how does rest incorporate in your manifestations? Right? Some of you don't need to worry about manifesting more. You need to worry about manifesting some time to sleep. Some of you are working way too much, too many hours, and you need to manifest, okay, like I need some rest, I need some downtime, I need some relaxation. Like, how do I manifest time for that? Think before you act. So before you take on more, ask yourself, do I even have enough energy to maintain what I'm doing right now? Especially Virgo. Virgo don't know how to relax and rest and stop and actively just do nothing. And so mutable signs in general might think that they can do it all the time. And this is very much not the case. So before you actually move forward and pursue something else or agree to doing another thing, ask yourself, is this going to really interfere with my rest schedule? Where does my rest even come into play? My sleep schedule come into play? Because like, for some of you, your health problems are being caused by you not getting enough rest. Or the mental health can be really bad if you're not sleeping enough. I've had those times. If you're not sleeping enough, you can have a lot more anxiety. If you have mental illness, it will flare up. So before you do more, ask yourself, do I need to do less? And also manifest being comfortable with resting. Because a lot of people are very uncomfortable with downtime, with resting, with doing nothing. And then you end up doing too much. So manifesting being good to rest, like knowing that you are allowed to rest, you can manifest things like that as well. Okay. So that's pretty much what we got here today, y'all. I think I covered just about everything. I covered it all. So if you missed it, please watch the playback. This was a really good reading. I'm glad I decided to do it today instead of yesterday, because I feel very satisfied with the messages that I've given off. And I hope that you manifest something amazing for yourself. Let me know in the comments after I end this video what you're going to manifest, or what does manifest. Come back to the video and let us know, because we want to hear it. And I'll let y'all know this gave me ideas for what I want to manifest as well, because there were some things I didn't even think of. But yeah, y'all, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. And join the Facebook Human Design group if you're interested in learning. People have been really active in there and talking to each other. And of course, join the Patreon for exclusive content for the month ahead. I'll be doing a lot more content on there in July as well. I kind of took a break in June. But yeah, thanks, y'all. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe if you're not. And I'm going to see y'all. Still working on the July monthlies, but follow me on Instagram, Twitter. I am at Tarot by Bronx. On everything.